Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us again on one of our Spotlight on Business videos. We are here at a very unique store in Pagosa Springs in the downtown district. We've been highlighting a lot of our new businesses, but also our older businesses here in Pagosa Springs that make this community tick. We're here to talk about kind of the story, how the business started, what got them started, and their story. So as you see behind me, we're in a fairly unique retail store, but when I switch around to speak with the owners, you're going to see a completely different aspect of the store. And let's do that. We're going to be joining Paul and Rosanna Dufour here. We are in PJ's Fine Bamboo here in Pagosa Springs. Welcome, you guys. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Well, okay, bamboo. You know, bamboo has a great reputation. Sheets, pillows, all sorts of other things, fly rods. Is there really a unique characteristic to a bamboo fly rod? Paul, you're the creator, huh?
I am, and yeah, there is. There's more than one thing involved with the bamboo fly rods. One of them, the main one, is it all started with bamboo fly rods. 1861. H.L. Leonard, Hiram Leonard, made the very first ever six-sided modern taper bamboo fly rod. And it carries through to today that it is still considered to be the top of the food chain. It is the heirloom that everybody is after.
So fly fishing in Pagosa is popular. Maybe it's as popular or not as popular as other areas. I know we're close to some what they call trophy waters and stuff, but you are more so than that. I see behind you, obviously bamboo product, but you are more than just selling fly rods. Your business is making fly rods and other products. Can you tell us a little bit about what PJ's Fine Bamboo entails? What kind of products do you offer? And more than retail, what exactly do you do?
Absolutely. So we do custom bamboo fly rods where our customers can come in and design every aspect of their fly rod, the rod weight, the length, everything about it, and we will build it to suit with our rodsmiths in the workshop right here. And that's what we do 3 weeks out of the month. 1 week out of the month, we actually transform our workshop into a classroom where people come from around the country to build their own bamboo fly rod. Right from, these are called columns of bamboo behind us. They go right from the full column through the entire process in just 6 days. So we offer classes, retail rods, and custom rods. Additionally, we also build custom landing nets and retail landing nets to complement the rods.
So when somebody comes to build their own rod, obviously it's very custom for them. How do you incorporate, is it just the way they hold the rod? Is it something special they want? How do you pull out all those characteristics or amenities that they want in a rod?
Well, we have a huge selection of all the stuff that's going to make it theirs and theirs alone. We do everything in-house, from shaping the grips to fit their hand alone. They're going to pick the silk, your silk wraps that go on every rod. They're going to pick their stripping guide. The stripping guide is the first guide on the rod, and we have them all made out of stone agates from around the world for different colors. So they're going to make it theirs all the way through.
So what a unique and very niche market industry you have here in Pagosa. Rosanna, you are not a stranger to business in Pagosa Springs. Let's just say you were the original owner and founder of Rosie's. And then can you tell us kind of that story, your restaurant experience, and maybe how you then transitioned into opening up this really unique niche business?
Absolutely. Yes, so we were the owner and operators of Rosie's Pizzeria for nearly 10 years before we sold it to Kirk and Audrey Bliss, who have done an amazing job of continuing to thrive in that business. We sold that business with the intention of opening this business model. PJ has been building the bamboo fly rods for decades at this point, but continued to work in construction during the day as well as at the restaurant in the evenings. And we were both definitely getting burnt out on our lifestyle, and as well as our kids were getting older, we wanted to be able to spend some time with them before they went off to college. So we sold the restaurant at the end of 2019, obviously like everyone else, having no idea that the pandemic was looming. So we held off on this bit of the business model that includes bamboo product retail, as well as bamboo classes, fly tying classes, and the building of the custom bamboo fly rods and landing nets. And we went to purely an e-commerce during the pandemic, which was disappointing at the time because we had the vision and the passion for this business model, but it allowed us the time to really build our brand and our business model so that when we did open the doors of a brick and mortar business, that we were ready to present what it is we're so passionate about to the rest of the world. And I think it's been a huge part of our success of taking that time to slow down and really perfect the product, the process, the marketing, the branding.
So let's talk a little bit about the marketing and maybe the branding, because again, a really unique niche market in a small community. How do you as a business owner get that word out to your clients, to your market, to let them know we're here? You could come to Pagosa and not only fly fish, but come build your own rod. How do you get that message out? What could other business owners learn from this?
So it's a very unique and it's a very niche business market for sure, which does make us have to think about marketing in a different way. We are fortunate enough to be one of only about 5 places in the country where you can actually take one of these classes. And anglers throughout the world always are thriving to get to a bamboo fly rod. Different people have different visions for that journey with a bamboo fly rod. Some people want a skilled craftsman to make an extremely high quality heirloom product for them. Other people want, as PJ calls it, to put their DNA on it. They want to do it themselves. They want to learn the process. And so we're fortunate enough that people are drawn to us for the service that we're offering, not necessarily the location that we are. What's great about it is that we are in a location with great proximity to amazing fly fishing with quality waters. And so it's a perfect fit for us, and it's also a great fit for Pagosa because people are coming because they want the experience that we're offering them, and simultaneously we're able to expose them to the amazing location where we are.
So thank you. One of the questions that is a pretty common theme through each of our interviews is Pagosa is seasonal. Does that seasonality, because of your particular business, does that seasonality affect your business? And yes or no? And if it doesn't, how do you get around those seasonal challenges?
So it is seasonal, and
Sure.
really it is about being a sophisticated enough business owner to understand how to utilize and capitalize on the ups and the downs of the seasons. In the summertime, we have our doors open 7 days a week. We offer people free workshop tours to come and learn. Most people are completely unfamiliar with our product, let alone the process of our product. We build these bamboo fly rods in the same way they did 150 years ago. That's not a process most people are familiar with. And even if you're not a fly fisherman, it's quite interesting to learn about. So we capitalize on that walk-by traffic when it's here. When it's not here is when we're scheduling the classes. So we're bringing that audience to us, bringing that audience to Pagosa when it's not peak seasons to help fill those lulls, as well as the fly tying classes. People don't want to tie flies in the summertime. They want to fly fish in the summertime. So
They need to be ready.
yes. And so the fly tying classes are a perfect way to spend an evening in the wintertime, warm indoors, doing something fly fishing relating. able to talk to other anglers, learn from them, continue to build that that community of fly fishermen in Pagosa.
Capitalize on that addiction that is fly fishing. Because as soon as the snow flies, they're still focused on next spring is coming.
Really?
You know, and so with that, they're going to start prepping and getting ready and want to have that new rod, new flies, new everything for the new season.
Sure. What do you think you brought from your business experience at Rosie's to this business? Either a pro or a con, you know, oh, we should do this, or I'll never do that again.
I mean, you know, if we're being completely honest about it, one of the things about this business model is that we are not so labor intensive. When we sold the restaurant, we had a 38-person staff, and that business was running us. We wanted a business that we could run. We could work on our business instead of in our business and maintain a quality of life. So, you know, while retail is not easy and we are in a tiny niche market, we have an immense amount of gratitude when we can close that door at 5 o'clock and enjoy an evening like a normal person rather than in the restaurant lifestyle, as well as we get a fly fish. Like, you know, we have motivation to get out there on the river. We need pictures, we need marketing materials, and there's a lot more passion in fly fishing than there was at pizza. Don't get me wrong, I love pizza too, but this business, it feeds our soul.
We get to live vicariously through other people. We build their dreams. They go out and send us pictures of what they built, what they caught. And so it's almost like we get to be there with them.
So, PJ, mentioning that, do you use those pictures in your marketing or as a use of your product or anything like that?
It feeds us personally, our drive, what we want to do, as well as Rosanna putting it out there to the world so that people can see and bring it back and bring it to life.
Yeah. Well, and Rosanna, I know you are also a part of the Main Street program and very active in that. So thank you for your time with that. You know, if you had to give some advice to businesses that are watching this video, either new businesses, someone that maybe want to expand their business or change tack like you all did, is there a piece of advice? I'm going to ask each of you in your own realms what that might be.
So I'm assuming you're alluding to advice for businesses in preparing for what's to come downtown in Main Street. And I absolutely think that business owners are the creators of their own success. When you see things on the horizon, you pivot. You don't rely on what has worked for the last 20 years. You realize where your strengths are, you realize where your weaknesses are, and you pivot to be able to navigate through difficult times, whether it be seasonality or the upcoming construction. For us, we have the classes that we book up. We have openings through 2025 that people can book those classes. And we are completely booked through 2024, which gives us financial forecasting and stability no matter what the uncertainties that are outside of our control, outside of those doors are. So being prepared and pivoting when you need to as a business.
Sure. Paul?
I say thinking outside the box. Too many people just do the status quo every day, in and out, all the time. I think if you really want to think outside the box and really just diversify the directions you're going, it will help everybody all the way through.
I mean, one thing about our business, we were very firm and set on when we opened a brick and mortar location, we were not going to be a fly shop. We love our fly shops in Pagosa. We love our guides in Pagosa. These are our friends. These are our family. We did not want to be competition with them. So we pivoted. We decided to focus on the bamboo. Bamboo makes amazing household products, apparel, fabrics, and there's a market for that. And we didn't need to compete with the fly shops in town. There was an offering that was missing in our community that we could grow and expand off in our business.
Well, what a unique business that we have here. Again, you know, I'm not sure how many people know, you know, the niche that this fits and that there is an opportunity for various types of business. It doesn't have to be straight up retail. But we thank you for telling your story today. And we appreciate you bringing this business to Pagosa Springs. And as I close out this show, I'm going to kind of pan around the room just to show the workshop. But we thank everybody for joining us today. And we hope that you join us every week here on Monday on our Spotlight on Business video series. And we thank you, PJ's Fine Bamboo. Here we are with more stuff in the workshop. Thank you all. We'll see you all next week for another segment of our Spotlight on Business videos. Thank you.